Hello friends, welcome back to Havron Excel tutorials. My name is Samson Emelike, and today I'll be taking us through the different types of targets and how to choose the right special charts for each of these different types of targets. Now, in our scenario, these are the data submitted at the end of the exercise. There are three countries. Here we have Nigeria, we have Ghana, and we have Liberia. These are all hypothetical instances. So, and these are the various causes that they ran a campaign to invite candidates to sit for the exams. All right, so this was the target that each country had in mind. They proposed that these were the numbers that they want to invite. Nigeria wanted to invite 98 individuals to sit for MPH course. Same thing for MBA, 101. So these are the targeted number of invitees each country planned to achieve. And then eventually, for some reason, these were the actual invites sent out. So you will see that here is permissible to invite more people, because it is sometimes it is not the exact number of people you invite that you will come. So if you have a target, you can actually overshoot. So this is like sales activity where you know you can exceed your sales. Also, if we have a number of target that we want to test, probably for screening, HIV screening, you can actually surpass your target. So for such instances, it is acceptable to surpass your target. So this falls under the category of those targets that are surpassable. You know, you can surpass them, so it is acceptable. Now, there are types of special charts that you can use here. And in this video, we are going to explain those different charts and how we can create them. All right, so after the invite were sent out, the number of people that responded will be based on what was sent. So in this case, you will not expect to overshoot your target. So for the number of people who attended the interview or the exam, it should not be more than what were invited. All right, so for any value here greater than 100% achievement is an error. So if it is an error, we need to flag it off. In our other tutorials, there are ways that you can impute programs in Excel so that it will just bring out those errors. But that is outside this tutorial. The same thing happens here. Those who pass the exam should be less than those or equal to those who attended. So if you look at this point here, this is an error. 70 persons cannot pass when only 57 attended. All right, so if you look through, if there are places where you see an error, yes, it is not acceptable. So this is a data quality issues. All right, it's a data quality issue which must be identified early before running your analysis and then putting them on the chatbot. Again, for these two types of targets, there are special charts that you can use. So for those charts, you may not be able to interchange them. They will work, but of course you will see an error. So for here, for those ones that are surpassable, there are special charts that we use bar charts. bar charts and column charts to create. We are going to see that. And then for those unsurpassable targets, we use, there are three different special charts that we can actually use. Let's say about four. One, you can use the speedometer gauge. That is one, where the maximum is 100%. Two, you can use the progress chart. The progress chart also stops at 100%. And then you can use the thermometer chart. So the thermometer chart is also 100%, where you target. Okay, so in this video, we are going to discuss those bars that can be used for surpassable targets. And then for the unsurpassable targets, we will use progress charts, thermometer charts. And if we have time, we can look at the speedometer chart. Otherwise, we can present that on a separate video. So let's work this together. Now, this is exactly what we will be trying to achieve, and we want to make our dashboard interactive. Okay, so if you look back here, these are the three countries: Nigeria, Ghana, and Liberia. These are the targets. These are the various data for the attended and the past, like we have seen before. However, making this interactive, if you look at this point here, we have Nigeria. Okay, let's so we can start first with Ghana. We are looking at Ghana as a country, and then we can also start with this course, BFAM. You would notice that as I am choosing any one of these data here are changing to show you what actually you have selected. So it's an interactive dashboard. Here is Ghana for BFAM. So just watch out what happens when I click any one of them. So for instance, I'm clicking this, we are looking at Ghana, we are looking at the individual courses, how they performed. Here we have the MBA. So for MBA, this is Ghana, the percentage attendance for MBA was 72%. And then for Ghana also, the percentage that passed was 90%. So you see that this and this, they are the alternatives that you can use. And this also is also for unsurpassable. You cannot exceed 100%. Now, if you look at this, these are the column charts that I told you. These are special charts. They are not the ordinary one. You can see that this and this, they are very different and unique. There is a special way to do that, and we are going to look through how to create them. If I click the MBBS, the figures are also changing along the names. This is MBBS, this is MBBS, this is MBBS. MPA, this also changes with their corresponding values. MPA, MPA for Ghana. So if I choose for Nigeria, here you see that, sorry, for Liberia, you see that here has also changed. You can also see the labeling, right? Liberia. So they are all connected and made to interact dynamically. All right, so we are going to go through how to create each of these charts. And then our skill would have been built up on how to present this on a chatbot. So let's go together. Okay, so we are going to start building up the charts. The first one, we'll look at the charts that we use for surpassable targets. We're going to use the column charts. You know, like I said, we can use either the column chart or the bar charts for the surpassable targets. So because we also want to make this interactive, I'll be using pivot table. So you need to indulge me to just go straight and use the pivot table. We are not going through the process of teaching us the pivot table. It's just a means to reach what we want to reach our goal. We have separate tutorials on pivot table. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to insert a pivot table here. Okay, Alt NV. And I think Let me insert it right here. Let me use this. Okay, so haven't done this. I need to get a space for myself. Okay, so a couple of things I need to do here is I'll bring my courses here, and I've actually brought in, now you see this table, we don't have the percentage, we don't have the percentages of the performance or the achievement, but I've used a calculated field in the pivot table to get those. And those are the things you see here: target in percentage, percentage attendance, percentage passed, and so on and so forth. You won't see them here. Those are separate courses in pivot table. All right, so what I need to do here for the first one is we need to plot for the target against the invited. This was the target. This was eventually the people that got invited. Okay, so here we have our courses here, and I'm going to put my country here right under the filter column so that I can be filtering. And then I'm looking at my targets. That's my target in percentage, right? And then they attended, those that attended, target, I want to, in percentage, where is it? Invite achieved. Okay, so we have this. So I need to change this to percentage. All right, so this is my percentage. Like I said, these are not it's not a tutorial for pivot table. We're just using the pivot table to reach our end. So here we have our target is 100%, and then we see that in some instances they surpassed it. All right, so I'm going ahead to, if you have this in ordinary table, fine, you can just go ahead and insert your charts. So I'm going to use this. Let's use this. Great. So let me just clean up the, I need to bring this one to the bottom. I don't need the grid lines. Great. Later, I'm going to bring in the chart title. Okay, so like I said, there are two options you can use here. I'm going to describe the two options, but basically they start and up to this point. So I'm going to transform this, is my target, which is the 100%. I'm going to change it to, I'm clicking to change my chart type. So let me escape. I'm right clicking right inside this data series, and I'm going to change the series chart type. Remember, the what we chose was the column. So I'm now selecting this option so that I can change. Once you come into this environment, this is your target. My target, I want to transform it to become a line chart. And the line chart is the one that has markers. So I'm going ahead to choose this. Now this is the preview. So my target is now on a straight line. Correct. So let's go ahead and get this. So having okayed this, we come to this point. So I need to begin to work on this. So let me click on this line. Then I'm right clicking to bring up this format data series panel. Now, when you come over here, you see your marker here. This is my paint bouquet. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to open the marker options. I'm choosing the built-in, and I'm going ahead to change this to something like this. You can see it is changing also when you look at the preview. I want to make this big, so I'm choosing 20 so that it can be bigger. can also choose 30 to make it even bigger. Now, what else do we need to do? The border on this, I don't need border, no line. Now, let me fill it with red. I'm filling it with very bright red. Now, I don't want these lines connecting them. I want each of these to be independent. So, let me go to this line now. This is my line. I'm saying no line. It goes off. Now, let's go back to this point. For this is the achievement. I want to use a different color. I usually will encourage using contrasting colors for two different types of series. Some people might have problem differentiating between two colors that are very, very close in their colors. But if you use a contrasting color, if you use contrasting colors, it's good to really, you'll be able to differentiate between the two of them. So we are done with this first one. Let me do this. So you can see that this is 100%, and then these are for all of them. All right, so now let's see something. If I decide to see for Ghana, this is for Ghana. If I want to see for Liberia, this is for Liberia. If I want to see for Nigeria, this is for Nigeria. So you can actually make a very beautiful judgment here on narration or discussion. The Nigerian, it's only 2 MPH and BFAM that the performance, what was achieved, was higher than this set target. All right, so we have this. We can still go ahead and work on our chart. Say, let's bring in the data labels so that we can actually have the figures. So look at this. This is 100%. That's the target, which we say you can surpass or not surpass. But in this case, it is permissible to surpass it. So we can already see that for MPH, Nigeria surpassed that, and BFAM also. Now, let's see what happens with the other countries. Let's say Ghana. Wow, Ghana surpassed in 3 courses. What about Liberia? Great. So this is how it stands. Now, a few more things for us to do. Usually when I have this, that's my personal preference. When I have this, I like to capture this point. That's removing this so that I can have more space to show my data series. So I come over here. This is a vertical, primary vertical. I'll check it and get it off. So this is what we have. All right, so the next thing I need to do right now is to put my chart label. The chart label, or rather the title, let me put it here. So I will link it up. So linking this up, this is Liberia. Okay, so it's a country, a matter of country, because if you look at this, you'll also see this. So I want to say this is for some convenience sake. Let me, what do we call this now? This is a performance, invitation performance or something like that. Okay, so I am going to concatenate here. Okay. This is Liberia invitation performance. Invitation performance. Okay, so because this need to put this in double quotes. Good. So what I need to do right now is to link this up here. Good. Right, so what I have simply done here is that I have programmed my chart title here to pick up whatever value that is here. And here also, I have concatenated whatever that is here with this label. So what it means is if I change this from Liberia to Ghana, automatically it will change to Ghana invitation performance, and the same thing is also here. So I need to do now is okay, so let me now, rather than changing this country here, let me introduce a slicer. So I'm going to introduce a slicer, and I'm going to use country for this one now. So I have this. So rather than coming over here, I can just be choosing here, and by choosing here, it's also changing here, it's also changing here. See here, Nigeria invitation performance, Nigeria invitation performance, Liberia invitation performance, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to lift this. Now, there's something I need to let us know when you lift your chart onto a dashboard. See, we have created a dashboard here, or rather we want to create a chartboard here. Okay, it's our dashboard we are creating. So what we need to do is I'm going to pick these two of them, open them, and placing them over here. All right, so now let's see something. Okay, this is still working. That's great. Okay, it's still working. So if I delete this, will it still work? Great, it's still working. Now, in another tutorial, we described how to do your dashboard construction. Okay, so I'm just going to briefly do some construction here. So here, let's replicate what we had in our initial dashboard. So here we have this. I don't like to have these grid lines, don't like to have few. Right, so here we are. Okay, when we have all the charts common here, we'll do further adjustment. So we are done with the first one. Now the second one is I'm still going ahead to do this, although I could have used this. So let me just copy this back here. Just wanted to show you something. Okay, I hope this is still interactive. You're still picking it. I just want to be sure. Good. So what I need to do here now is I'm going to transform this form again. Remember what we did before? We right click here and we decided to change the chart series, the type. So here I'm going back to the cluster. Now I'm going to take this one now to the target. Let me put it on the secondary axis. All right, so this is what we have. So for some, let me remove the label, the data label, so that we can have a clearer picture of what we are doing here. Great. So we have this. You will see that we have two. Okay, let me put this here so that you will see that in the primary vertical, we have two different axes. Remember that we said we transformed one to the secondary axis. Okay, so we have this axis, then we have this other axis here, primary and secondary. All right, so what we need to do now is, we are going to click on this series. Let's format this. Now, this is my secondary axis. Now, see what's going to happen with this gap width. See? I'm putting this right inside. So this is just like my target. And then these ones that are black, they are the ones that move, because they are the one that are actually moving. What is the sum of invite achieved, and then this is the target. So inside here is the target, right? So we are going to, let's make it black, solid black, solid fill, yes, black. Then on the other one, yes, this one, let's also give it very faint, something like this. Great. And then let's have a solid border. Good. Click outside, you have this. All right, so the next thing we need to do is we need to take care of this secondary axis and so on and so forth. So we need to make them use the same axis. So we click here. This is my axis. This is my primary axis. So if it is primary axis that we are going to use, let's see what is the highest that we have. If we use, do we have up to, okay, let's just make it, let's say 1.9, if there's anyone that is up to that. Then maximum is this, minimum is this. Why not make it, sorry, why not make it not that, make it 0.1, okay? So we have 0.1 here, that is, we are working on 0.1 and then 1.9 as the highest. So now let's go to this side and do the same thing. The maximum here is 1.9. The 0 here is 0.1 like we had in the other one. Good. All right, so we are good to go. We have set this now. So you can see here and here, they bear the same axis. Great. So both are taking the same measurement and scale. So I need to remove them. Primary, this, secondary, this. So there we are. Okay, so I can now pick this and send it back here. Okay, let me just get this lower. And so let's see if this is still interactive. Let's see if this is interactive. Ghana. All right, let's see. Let's see this. Okay, we have a problem here, so we are going to fix it. This, let's see, this is taken to K1. Where is this one picking its own? Okay, it's the K1, so it should be working good. All right, so here we have Ghana. Now it's synchronizing now. Okay, so beautiful, it's working. So this is this, and the next thing we need to do, if you are interested, you can still put your data label here, so that data labels, and now let's do this. Let's put this one. This is our achievement. Should we say at the top or outside? Let's see another option that we have. Outside. Let's see where we can put it so that it will give us. Okay, so let's see if we can, for the black, how do we put this so that we can differentiate? If we have two figures right here, we can differentiate. So okay, this is 100 like we know. Okay, so let's use callout for these ones. Let's use callout. let's use call out for this. Just wanted to differentiate between the other ones. And so here, which one do we use now? Inside base. Yes, so let's use inside base for this, and then let's give it white. Let's give it white. Let's give it white. Let's give it white. What did we say? We said we wanted the black. Okay, so you can just walk around and see how you can put this in different ways. That's exactly what I tried to do here. Let's see here. It is 45%, and then this is 70%. So this is 145%. Okay, this is 145%. Okay, can we use a different color? Let's see if we use red. Can it give us? Well, this is left for you to decide. Okay, I just wanted to see how we can make this. All right, so if we increase this, does it make any? So just use whatever color for the font that will make it distinguishing enough. So we have done the first chart for the Surpassable, and we have linked them so that they are dynamically interactive. So the next is we will look at the progress chart. All right, so let's go ahead and work on the progress chart. Now we are on to this. Right, so we are done with this surpassable target where we use two different options that we can use for surpassable targets. That's the column chart, the bar chart. Right, so here we are going to use what's it called? A progress chart. Now, how do we do that? First, I need to either create a new pivot table, or I get from here. See that I do it from a fresh beginning, or I copy here to get a new pivot table. So I just want to tell you something now. See, this one that I've copied is pivot table 2. When I click here, it's pivot table 1. So there are two different pivot tables. So I am going to work on this right now. All right, so, and what we are looking for is percentage attendance. So right here, let me bring back, I need to remove this and bring back my pivot panel. Now, I am not interested in this. I'm not interested in this, but I'm still interested in this. I'm still interested in this country as I'm under filter. However, I'm interested in the attendance. Percentage attendance. Let me see. Percentage attendance. Great. So this is it. So let me go ahead and change this to percentage, simply just by multiplying by 100. Great. So we have this now. And so the next thing is for progress chart, that's what I call dummy. So here I'm going to put this dummy here. It's a dummy value. So here this dummy value is 1 minus this. I get this. So I'm just going to repeat the same thing over here. All right, so what this means is the progress chart, it's a chart that shows you, it combines two values and shows this, why this is the complementary. You know, because it has to be 100% occupying 360 degrees. So as this is showing, this is also showing at the background. If this increases, this decreases, so that the two of them must be equal to 100. So 100% is the same thing as 1. right? So this is just what we did here. 1 minus this value to give us this. All right, so the next thing I need to do right now is to go ahead and insert. For progress chart, we need a donut chart. We need a donut chart. Well, because I clicked here, I don't want to use that. So I should click somewhere that I don't have any data. So I'm clicking here, coming to my donut chart, I get this. So let's format the size. I want to have, let's say 2.5 by 2.5. Great. Now let me add data. So I right click right inside and I come here to select data. So I select this. I'm going to ahead to add. I click this. What series? My series is this dummy. Then here I'm going to delete it and write 1 into 20 places separated by commas, because I want it to be distributed among 20 slides. Each slide is 5%. So if you multiply 5% by 20, you get 100%. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I have this. Let's see here. We see it's up to 20. Great. So that's all we have. So I'm going ahead to delete this. I want to recapture my space. I don't need this, so I'm recapturing my space here. So I'm going to click inside this series, right click it to bring the format data series. So number one thing I need to do is this donut size. I need to reduce it. It's too wide. Let's make it 60. Let's make it 60, for instance. Great. It's by choice. You may decide to leave it like that. You may decide to go lower. It's just by your preference. Then I come over here now. I'm going to change this, make it one color for all of them. So whichever color that we want. Can we use this? Click outside. This is great. Now you would notice that inside this plot area, it's not transparent. And again, we can see the square outline. I don't want that. It's also by preference if you want. But just in case you don't want it, you can come over here and say no fill. See, now it's transparent. You can see the line behind. When I click outside, but the line outside, the outline is still visible. So I don't want it. So I click my outline, no outline. When I click out, you won't see that. Great. So this is the first step. So I need to superimpose another donut chart right inside here. So I'm going to right click inside it. I'm going to select data. I'm going to add. Now, this one I'm going to choose here. That's my farm, bee farm. And I'm going to delete here. And then for this bee farm, I'm going to select these two. See? The real one and the dummy one. So I'm selecting that. I'm hitting my OK and hitting my OK. Now I'm going to right click inside here to bring this my change series chart type. I'm not really going to change it, but I'm going to transform this. Let it be on the secondary axis. So see what's going to happen to the preview. Great. So I OK it. I have transformed my bee farm, the real one, the real value, which is 55. I have transformed it to the secondary axis. So I'm going to select this one now. I double click. Okay, so it's now selected. What do I do with this? I'm going to my color bouquet and I'm going to say no fill. When I say no fill, it's going to expose the primary donut chart. No fill is exposing the primary. Then I need to select this one again. You will notice that I click outside before coming to click here. Sometimes you just need to do that to make it, to eliminate errors that may happen when you think you have selected it and you didn't select it. All right, so I have selected this now. I'm going back to this color and I'm going to have a solid fill, but my solid fill is going to be white. And I'm going to increase the transparency to, let's say, 20. See, as you are increasing, it's becoming more, the white is getting transparent and revealing the color of the primary donut chart. So let's check 25. Good. So we are here. So the next thing we will do is to get our labels. And the labels are this one and then the B farm. So this is where we also do a bit of dashboard construction. So let me insert a text box. Let me insert this. So I'm going to link this to pick a value that is right inside here. Okay. Sorry. I'm going to do this. This is equals to this. Okay, this. All right, so let me just do some formatting. And I would like to use a font style called Impact. Let me increase it. Now, this is square. I don't like that square. I need to remove the outline. It's done. But yet, it's not transparent. I want it to be transparent. See? I want to be seeing this color through it. That is done. So let me bring it right inside here. Okay, we are done the first one, but I need to centralize it. So I am selecting the two of them. I've selected this first one. For me to select the two of them at the same time, I'm holding down my shift button and I'm selecting this. So I'm going here to align it centrally. So it's great now. Now I need to bring in a label here to tell me what is this for. Okay, what is this for? It's for this country and this. B farm for this country. So what I need to do is I need to insert a shape. You may, whichever shape that you want, you can choose. Let's say I love to choose this. Maybe in another this I can choose another one. Okay. So because what I need to write is quite big, I need to make it like this. Then let's say further formatting. So I'm going to let it pick something. I want to put something here or here. So right under this. Okay, or rather let me put it here. Yes, since I'm going to change this. So you see it's taking Nigeria invitation performance, but this is not an invitation performance. So I'm going to just work on this so that it will reflect what we have here. So this is a percentage what now? Let me see. Percentage attendance. Great. So this is Nigeria percentage attendance. So percentage, you can actually put anything here, attendance. Okay. If I okay this, it has changed, but this is not enough. I want to include the cost. Okay, so percentage attendance for, let me say I put 4 here, and at the end I'm going to put a space, and then I'm going to put this value here. All right, so I think this need to open this up. Okay, you can see this space. So what if we reduce it like this and get this like this? However you want, you can do that. So let me centralize this. Nigerian percentage attendance for B farm. Okay, attendance for B farm, however you want. So but let's go with this now, and let's do some formatting. Are we okay with that? So let's say we are okay, and then let me change this to white, and then let me change the shape, the object, to reflect this exact color, this one here. Right, so the fill, this is, does it match? Yes, this is it. I have an outline. I don't want that outline, so I come over here, I say no outline, and I go back there. Let me give some effects. I like to use bevel. You may also like to use that or use something else. All right, so here we are. Now here, and this one. Okay, so I need to, let me use this one. Let's increase this size to, let's say, 3. Let's see how it goes. Is it in line with this? Let's see if this is okay. So it suits it. Great. So here and here, remember what we did to align them? So that's the same thing I'm going to do here. Align center. Let it come to the bottom also. That's the first one. So I'm going to do it again. Let it bring it to the middle. Great. Now, having done this, I'm going to click this and this. Let me also centralize them. So I come over here and put it center. Great. Now, what do I need to do? Let me select all the 3. 1, 2, 3, and then group them together. I'm grouping them together. What it means to group together is once you click anyone, now everything is selected, so I can easily move them. They are not easily scatterable. All right, so let's see if I choose Liberia, what's happening? It's happening here. This is B farm for Liberia. Now, I'm going to introduce another slicer from this point. Let me bring in another slicer, and this slicer will be for my courses. Great. So, if I say B farm, all right, so, and now let's take this thing to the other side, and let's work it. Let's take it to our dashboard here. Let me remove this pivot table. Let me reduce this. Then I can drop this here. Great. So I just want to do something now. Let's try something. Okay. I think we need to. Okay. Now you see when you bring in an object, it's saying J5. So what we need to do is we need to do this. What is this figure picking up here, so that it can now make reference to this sheet here. Okay. Now let's give it a different color. Let's see. Okay. This is, no, we want it. Let's choose the same color here. Great. Let's use our impact. Then let's increase it. Okay, 69. Are we good to go with that? Liberia, this is, I hope this didn't scatter either. Let's increase this. Let's increase this. Well, you just need to contend with the need to change, to do formatting again. See, this one isn't picking. This one isn't picking. So the reason is the same thing that happened here. It's making reference to this sheet here. So we need to take it back there. So what we need to do is pick from this sheet, which is here. Great. So there we are. And let's increase it. Let's increase it. Are we okay with this? All right. So, and let's give it white. Are we good to go? Well, however it suits you to do the formatting, you can do that. Okay. So you will see that this thing is out of alignment. So I'm going to ungroup them. I'm going to ungroup them so that I can align them to center. Great. And then I can go ahead and regroup them again. Regroup again. Great. So we are done with that. Now let's see, is it interactive? Let's say Ghana. Yes, this is Ghana. This is Ghana. This is Ghana. However, this is for percentage attendance and these other ones there. So let's look for this. You're still looking for MBA because MBA here is selected. However, this is changing. Nigeria is here, Nigeria is here, Nigeria is here. The percentage attendance for MBA. Now, let's change this where this will be affected. This is BFAM for Nigeria. This is MBA for Nigeria. This is MBBS for Nigeria, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's go ahead and get for the third one now. Third one, for the past, we are going to be using the thermometer gauge. So the thermometer gauge is also used for targets that are not surpassable. Now, if we look at this data, we'll see that 70 is above this, so it will not work. If you use the thermometer in such circumstance, the chart you will see will be error. Not that it will show you that is error, but you will not see it because it has been suppressed. Okay, you will be seeing only 100%. So to correct this, let's bring this down to say 55%. I mean 55 in values. Then we are going to transform this to percentages such that this, which is our target, they will be the 100%, and this will be 56%. Then this, what is the percentage of this against this? We have done that using our calculated fields in the pivot table. So I'm just going ahead to use it. Now, for us to do this again, remember that for each of these that we did, we use different pivot tables. Where are the pivot tables? We use this for the first two. We use this for the progress chart. So right now we need to get another one for this thermometer gauge. So this is what we are looking for. This is what we are going to use. Like I explained, we'll be needing two data series, which is the attendance and those that passed, and we are already representing them in percentages. So coming back here, I don't need this here. Okay, what I need is, let me look for the attendance in percentage. Attendance in percentage. So you see that this is 100%, which is the target in this case. And then let's see those that passed, because those that passed, they are a function of those who attended. So passed in the percentage passed. Good. So let's convert this to percentages. I right click right there and I choose my number format, and then I come to percentage and I choose this. All right, so let's also change this to 100% or to percentages. So I do the same thing here. See, that one is equivalent to 100%. Good. Now let's look at this for Nigeria and MPH. The percentage that passes is 97. Now let's look at that, Nigeria and MPH. So 56, who passed out of 58, is about 90 97%. Okay, so having done this now, I'm going ahead to insert our chart. So I'm choosing here, like I said, yes, this is the chart that we would like to use. So again, I'm going to hide all this. I don't need them. I don't even need the legend. I don't need the grid lines and the axis. Don't need the axis for now. So this is what we want. Now, which one is our percent, is our sum of attendance in, okay, so this is, let me see, this is attendance, and this is the past. Okay, you would see that, let me check this. Okay, so sure we have this. Let me bring back the axis. Okay, so why is this? Now let's see the, you see, this is 97% and this is 100%. So we need to, let's look on the, let's work on this, see if there's anything we can do there. Maximum is 100 and the minimum is let's say 10%. Good. So we have done this now, and we can close this. So having fixed this now, we can do away with this. We don't need this. So this is a better representation. So what we need to do next is to bring the, let's overlap it. Now, having overlapped this now, we see that this is embedded inside the 100% here. All right, so what else do we do? Let's see this. Let's get it small. Okay, now, so the other one we can complete from here. Let me remove this here. Let's get this. Let's get this. All right. So, what else do we need to do? Okay, let me bring back this. Let's see if I can. I need to get this. I want to reduce the space between this and this while still getting the right. So let's still do ahead. Get this back. Okay, let's get this to this point and then do this one. Okay, we don't really need the label there. We're going to do something about the label, so let it go off. And don't need any of this axis. So we are almost good to go. So I just need to work on this. My fill, I don't want any fill, so it's transparent now. And then the outer, I don't want any outer. Great, so this is done. So I need to now insert the base. Let me get the base of my thermometer. The base is like this. We all know how thermometer looks like. Okay, so let's choose what color of thermometer are we making here. Thermometer is usual. Okay, now let's try and make it as realistic as possible. Thermometer is almost like, so we are going to have, let's use this. Let's say if this is okay, then this one now. No, it's this other one, the highest. So we need to, yes, my format series. paint. What color am I using? That, let's see this. Okay, this is disturbing me. Bring it here. Okay, so no, I need to make this no fill. That's my color now. Data, let's make it no fill. No fill. We already have solid border. And what color do we use now? The color you use here is based on your preference. Okay, let's use something contrasted so that people can actually look at it and understand it. So let's use here my color here. Let me use red. Can I use red? Is red a very befitting one, or should we use something else? I want something that is appealing. Can we use, okay, so let's just use pink. I don't want any outer. And then here inside this one we can use pink also. Let's use pink. Then the outer one there, let's use the color, let it be also pink. Is that good to go? This doesn't seem to be the same pink color. It doesn't appear to be the same pink color anyway, but I need to get, let's see, is it this one? Great. So here we are, and inside here I'm going to have two things done here. The first one is I am going to select, where's my text box? I'm going to select my text box here. Shouldn't it be, no? Let me just use okay, let's use this and let's give it this figure here. Good. So we got it here, we got it here. Can we use impact again? Good. Let's work on the outer format. Let's get no fill, no outer line, so that then here we're also going to link this up equals to whatever we have here, right? So this is what we have. So but here now what we do is, this is Nigeria past. Okay, so it's going to be percentage past for MPH. Great. So it's here now as percentage past. However, we need to do some formatting here. Nigerian percentage past. Okay, I just don't know how I'm going to walk through all this. Let's see. I need to put this somewhere now. Let's say here. Will this be okay? Wherever you put it, this is just a matter of your own, it's your own, what do I call it now? Preference. So here, let's also bring it white. Okay, 97% Nigerian performance. Let's increase this. Do we make this? If increase it, what happens? Great. Now let's put this, all this in alignment. Centralize them. Great. So go ahead and group them. Great. Now what happens if we change, let me shift this up. What happens if we change this to Ghana? Does it change? Great. Ghana percentage. passed for MPH. So this is the value which is equivalent to this 88. However, I think let's do some other formatting here. Let me ungroup it. Then for here, can we use another color? I just feel like using another color, and let's increase it. Let's use another color that is a bit contrasting. Let's say great. Yellow can do the magic, I guess so. So let me just align this again. Align this center. It's already done. And then let me go ahead and regroup. Great. So I'm copying this to our dashboard here. Are we good to go? Now let's see if we are good, really good to go. All right, so let me just deactivate all this so I can have space to work. Then this is this. So in another tutorial, we describe how you can do construction, right? So this is not just part of it, but we just felt we should do a bit of this here. Let me increase this. So you can arrange this well. Okay, arranging this now is not part of this exercise. Okay, so we may not really do well to do so here. So let me just put this here, and this is our interaction. Sorry. All right, so hey guys, we are done here. Let's see how this does for B farm. This is for Ghana. The percentage passed. So 88% of Ghanaian had scholarship for B farm under this regime. And then actually it was 39% that attended. Then out of that 39, 88% of them passed for this course. For Ghana also, for the MBA, we had 88. This is what? 88 now. All right, this does not seem to be working. Okay, so let's see what happens here. All right, you see what we copied, so we still need to fix this so that it can be making reference to this data 20. All right, so let's just go here, pick it, and then come over here, and we are done. The only thing now is that we need to do this formatting again. Each time you make a copy like that, be sure to make certain adjustment. All right, so there we go. So we're discussing this is for B farm. Ghana B farm is 88%. Okay, the same thing we need to do here also. This is also not making reference to that sheet, so let it make reference to this point. Great. So we need to do this again. Let's say if we are using impact, then let's use this color that we use here, and then let's increase it. All right, I think that is sorted out. Let's see. Good. So for Ghana MBA, this is the percentage that passed for Ghana. For MBBS is 75%, whereas only 16% of the number of invitees attended. So guys, this is how we end this tutorial. In our next tutorial, we'll be showing us the speedometer gauge and how that almost equals or the same thing like this. So I encourage you to like the video, place your comments, and then share so that it can be a source of capacity building for others who may find it useful. So until we see again in the next video, stay safe and goodbye.